Hi, I'm Robert Estrin here at virtualsheetmusic.com and livingpianos.com with a great question from a viewer. How do you become a virtuoso? Now, I could make a whole series on this topic, and indeed, there will be other segments to this. But today I want to give a little overview and some perspective on what it really means to become a virtuoso. Of course, you must assume that it takes hours and hours of practice. It takes scales and arpeggios, exercises, repertoire, sight reading, playing with other musicians. There's so many components that come to becoming a true virtuoso musician. But just talking about the actual mechanics, there's one particular aspect to become a virtuoso technique that I know that all virtuosos share. And this isn't just in music, by the way. This is in athletics, in art, in architecture, in nearly any discipline. And that is this: for anybody to become really one of the absolute experts in their field, there has to be a time when they immerse themselves so completely for an extended amount of time. What does this mean for a musician? Any musician you see who's a virtuoso concert pianist or violinist or other instrumentalist who can really play incredibly difficult works with ease and fluency, even if they aren't practicing a huge amount every single day, there has to be a time in their lives when they were, an extended amount of time. You could think of it this way. For example, in order to reach outer space, you have to not travel long enough in one direction. You have to reach a certain speed, a certain velocity, escape velocity, or you'll never escape the Earth's gravitational pull. That's right. So it's not a matter of how long you keep flying in one direction. You'll never escape until you reach a certain speed. Well, so it is with developing technique on an instrument. It's not a matter of how many years you play. At some point, you have to put in many, many hours a day, pretty much all the waking hours that you've got available to devote to playing without doing damage to yourself. And virtually everyone I know who's developed mastery of their instrument or their craft has gone through this period in their lives. I'd love to hear from others out there, musicians and non-musicians alike. Anybody out there who you feel you've developed real mastery in your field, tell us about what it took and how many years it took and how many hours a day for how many years in order to get to that level of mastery, to become a virtuoso in whatever field you're involved in. Thanks again for joining me. I'm Robert Estrin here at livingpianos.com and virtualsheetmusic.com.